We have it. We have it. We've
We
done
have
it.
No, we
some. We have some. People sometimes go missing
name,
during the intro, stuff like that. It happens. But we
It
mostly
does
have
happen. We are
a type of
famously
consistency.
bad at intros. Speaking of which, hi, intro. We're streaming now.
Oh my
I-
god! What the
my
hell?
I'm a little
Wow.
laggy right
Reading.
now.
Really?
You fucking
Thousands?
I'm a little laggy right now because I cannot save this game for whatever reason.
Oh,
You
I
did
love
that on
streaming with you guys.
purpose.
Alright, well,
Yeah.
let's just
You're
start
mean.
introductions, I guess.
Say
I'm
it.
Cold. I play Alistar. He has a hobby of making liquids.
I guess that's a way to describe your job
I mean, like,
in the most literal sense.
I think
Exactly.
it's also solids too, though. It's not
Yeah, but-
exclusively liquids.
Would you
I know,
call
but
powder
I
a
make-
Powders,
solid,
maybe?
though?
Making chemical compounds.
Powders are kind of their own thing.
They're really not. They're technically still a solid.
Yeah, they're just a finely ground solid.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up the states of matter real quick.
Jesus Christ.
Plasma, solid,
Yeah, there's
liquid,
like
gas.
We
five.
have to introduce ourselves.
I'm pretty
We
sure
have
it's
to
4.
introduce ourselves.
I'm waiting for Ix, but Ix is
Maybe
currently
6.
muted, so you can go, I guess.
Hi, sorry, I had to show Mom the back, Minty's background. I'm Ix, I play Gregor, strong one-armed man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Luna. My mic's fucked up. I play Eunice, and my hobby is using liquids and miniatures. I don't know.
Hi, I'm Mariana. I play Lyle. And for the first time in what has to be over 2 months, I have a camera.
Woo! We have all cameras.
It's not so great right now for aforementioned reasons.
It's fine.
Apparently there's a non-classical state of matter that's called glass.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Minty. I play Ben.
Isn't glass just melted sand and then cooled?
No,
Glass is a non-crystalline or
Glass
amorphous
is kind
solid
of its-
material that exhibits a glass transition when heated towards the liquid state. Glasses can be made of quite different classes of materials. Inorganic networks such as window glass made of silicate plus additives, metallic alloys, ionic melts, aqueous solutions, molecular liquids, and polymers. Thermodynamically, a glass is in a metastable state with respect to its crystalline counterpart. The conversion rate, however, is practically zero. I
Yeah,
don't know
glass
what
is
any-
weird, and technically what we call glass isn't the only type. Metal can be a glass, crystals can be a glass, literally anything.
Is that how
It just
obsidian
depends
is a
on the way that the
glass,
molecules
even though
are
it's a rock?
arranged.
I would still consider that a solid. I wouldn't consider it its own state of matter.
Okay,
weird,
so
man.
my dice
Argue
box
with
is
Scientists are
solid.
fucking nerds, so
Argue with Wikipedia
that's the end of that.
on that.
I'm Zin.
No.
I'm everyone.
Dice box is
Anyone who wasn't mentioned, that's me, baby.
I mean, it seems to be
We got fucking
classifying
Ricky, we got
crystallines-
Jimmy.
We got Ricky, we got
Jimmy.
Jimmy, we got legs. Now Cressida. So,
He's absorbed her.
I have subsumed Ace.
Assimilate.
Not even Cressida, I've subsumed Ace, the person.
I was like, guys, my dice box is stuck closed, and then I realized I was opening it the wrong way.
Lovely.
Here we are.
Nice.
I found out what we can call Cold's substances. There is a high energy state of matter called degenerate matter.
Fuck.
That is such a backhanded comment.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
I mean-
even backhanded, that's a full frontal slap, like...
I mean, it's matter used by degenerates. Drugs.
Like, oh,
Well, the thing is, I don't just sell solids. I also sell liquids.
If we hear me out,
I hate how much we've devoted to finding out
Why?
the
I don't
semantics
understand. Moving the
of
fuck
the
on.
drugs that Cold's character sells.
To be fair,
no,
it's
because I'm so real. I'm so real as a character that uses. Yeah, like I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, so like, what is it?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's like a patch." I'm like, "Okay."
It's saying here that degenerate matter is substances found within the cores of stars.
Yep.
Neat.
I mean,
me up.
I could definitely
that
try to
directly
make that one day.
into
No.
No.
Hear me out.
Anywho, wait. I'm
You
gonna.
Why?
said you make
Yes.
liquids,
Why?
right? You said you make liquids too,
Yes.
or your character rather. If you make one that's like energy and call it lean, we could get sponsored by G Sumps.
I refuse.
Stop. Stop.
No, there is a G Sumps flavor called lean.
Why?
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 Because
Why did they
gamers
do
are
that?
fucking idiots.
I still don't get why gamers need pre-workout when
Wait,
most
hold
of
on.
Oh
us
my
don't
god.
really
They
work
don't.
out.
It's an
Yeah.
energy drink.
That's the
This-
problem.
It's
Hey,
really
this
just
might-
placebo.
This
Yeah,
might
But
actually.
there's
This might
so many-
actually.
Hey, this drink might straight up kill you.
I'll
This
start making
quantum matter
lean, I would
shit might
really leave
actually
this campaign,
work here.
and you would never see me ever again. I would
Because
be inconsolable. I would never recover.
there's apparently an
Lean.
official state of matter called time crystal.
Yep.
Hmm.
I still don't know what it is, but I know it exists.
Wild.
I'm-
We're gonna take that and I'm gonna lock that into my high fantasy brain and I'm gonna use it another time.
Then
Okay,
just
Yeah,
understand
sorry
that at
about
some
that.
point in this campaign, I'm gonna ask you if I could make time crystals. Just so
I'm
you
gonna
know.
say no, and you
Only
have
if
to
you know
understand
what
that
the
it's
fuck
gonna
it
be a
is
no.
first.
That's a note from me.
And
All
they're
I'm
gonna
asking
be
is that you don't make lean. That's all I ask. That's my only boundary. That's my only request.
So we're gonna get on track real quick. So where we left off last session, our party had a great time at the Green Day Festival. Where we are now, after the festivities, after we had our various picnics, revelations, and close calls with the law, we are going to pick up 5 days later.
Lovely.
Oh, that's a lot
During
down.
these 5 days, what are y'all up to?
Not
Downtime.
much.
I
Downtime,
need
resting,
to
hanging out
just-
with friends.
Ben has a broken
de-stress.
jaw, so he's kind of focused on that.
Yeah. So, oh fuck, how am I? I'll look at it later. It's fine. We don't worry about it. So Luna got scared, and I promise you, it is not an important thing. I saw there's like, oh, the shifty eye. When I'm like, we're not gonna worry about that. Let's get into our downtime. One. You want no, I won't tell you stuff. You're gonna go blind, and we'll figure it out.
Sounds
Hey.
good.
I will be
Ben's
going
already-
last.
Hey.
Cool.
Ben's already lost one of his abilities. He can lose. He can lose another.
Mine's are pretty easy. I have a clock going on, so I'll spend 2 days working on the clock.
You do. Let me real quick pull that up because I have an Excel sheet.
How many downtime
Whoa.
actions do we have?
We are gonna have 3 this game. Where is it? There we go. So, if my amazing Google form is up, you have 5 out of 10 on that clock, I believe.
So yeah, I'll just spend 2 on that.
Cool.
Alright,
Tinker?
Let me roll some Tinker. See what happens here. That is a 6.
All right. So that's putting some 3, so you're up to 8.
That is another 6.
All right, so you have completed your addiction cure. It's kind of like a cure-all you concocted yourself.
Yes, but what's it look like?
That's a good question. I was about to ask that. What form does it take in? Are you marketing it at all?
I am not marketing it. This is going to be for specialized use. As for what it looks like, the only point of reference I have is the one from Fallout, so it's just a liquid in a syringe for the most part.
Dope.
What
And then
color
I'm
is
gonna uh hmm. Just because I think it'll be hilarious. It's a rainbow of colors. It's literally 7 colors inside of a
Like
vial swirling
opalescent.
together. Yes. Alright, and then I'm gonna indulge my vice on the last day because I have some stress to get
Yeah,
rid
how
of.
stressed out are you? How you doing?
I am one stress away from trauma, like
Lovely.
usual.
The good thing is you can't overindulge.
Very much so.
Careful how you phrase that.
Regular, and that is nice. Okay. Well, I will be stressed for a while. That was a 3.
So yeah, you reduce through 2 stress, I believe. It's 1 minus your die. No, that's a lie. I'm thinking of something else, I think. I haven't done downtime in so long.
Well, I'm not gonna be pushing myself for a while. All right, proceed.
Okay, now I need to like make sure I'm not talking out of my ass and I need to pull up the book.
It'll be fine.
We're
Um,
fine.
If there's anything too
Okay.
obviously
New
wrong, I'll
job
tell you.
completed. Addictal completed. Okay.
So that
Un-
is all your downtime actions? All 3?
Yep. Yeah, because I spent 2 days working on the.
Yeah.
2 downtimes working on the unaddictal.
Alrighty. So
Oh, by the way, that is exactly how I am writing it. Um, just so everyone knows, I'll put it in. Uh, I guess I'll just put it in general.
oh, so you clear stress equal to your dice, so it is 3 stress gone. Still not
Yeah.
great.
But better than nothing.
Whoops.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't register the word that was put into general as the same word that you just said. I read that as pterodactyl.
I didn't
like,
either.
Like I read that as unadactyl.
I
I don't know
see.
what you said. So
Pterodactyl.
Unadactyl.
All right, so that's me.
Yep. Who's up next? I know Mariana wanted last.
So Ben's got this jaw.
He's got this jaw, and it's not in the right spot.
If you want, I can help.
How would you? I'm one token away from healing it.
In a purely narrative way.
The way healing works is that when you fill your clock, everything moves down a level. So it
So
would
I could
turn
go
from
from
a
being-
broken jaw to like a bruised jaw.
I have broken jaw and walloped.
Yes, you did have that. So you would move everything down a level. So you would no longer be walloped.
Oh hell yeah!
I do forget how much those guards just beat the shit out of you.
I should
Hey,
at
better.
some point
Yeah, it was
work
bad.
on healing this partial loss of hearing that I got going on.
Yeah, you can
Better
definitely
me
try.
Yeah,
than
maybe.
Okay,
yeah.
so what do I roll to heal?
You literally just press the healing button. Like the button above the clock.
Oh, healing. Number of dice 0.
Just the one.
Oh,
No bonus dice. No bonus dice.
Mhm.
submit.
Wait, can you stress to get an additional bonus dice? on
I rolled
healing?
a 5, and I'm not gonna stress. I'm 2 points away from trauma.
I don't think you can stress healing.
Okay.
So, in that case, you are going to get 2 from that 5.
So would I roll over and have 1 point of healing then?
Yep.
Okay.
So
So I've got bruised jaw then.
bruised jaw and level 1, and everything else is cool.
I am no longer walloped, everyone.
And you have 2 more actions to spend how you choose.
So can I talk now?
Well, it's not that you
Obviously hurts.
couldn't talk; it just hurt to talk. You are okay. You can verbally communicate. Yes.
Oh, I guess I'm never flipping my fingers ever again. Oh, hold on. Get back down here. Okay, so what else do I got going on for me?
You need to get yourself a clock, my friend.
You got a
Do some
couple. I believe.
Training. Do some healing. Indulge your
You said you're
vices.
close to trauma, so that's never great.
Yeah, I would like to indulge vice real quick.
Yep.
Indulging vice, bonus dice
Well,
0.
that fucking sucked.
Um,
The
5.
5, nice.
Yeah, you're gonna take 5 off then.
1, 2.
Your lowest skill is still 2 dots? Jesus Christ.
What? Are you talking about me?
Yeah,
My lowest skill is still what now?
2 dice. That is crazy.
Yeah, the attributes. Yeah,
No.
because it's not the lowest skill; it's the lowest group. So you know how it's all the skills are grouped into 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
It's whatever you have lowest out of those 3 groups.
You have 2
Oh, I have.
in every section, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At
at
least,
least
2.
1 skill with 2 in every section.
No. Look at my
Ooh.
sheet, Zins. What did this do wrong?
Couldn't have.
Wait, I need. Frick, that's not how. Boop.
Damn it, I hate when he does that.
Just gonna. Hopefully the stream doesn't see this. 90% sure it does.
See what?
The back end Roll20 stuff. No,
Well,
yeah, that
20
makes
is
sense.
not the best, but it's the
Because
one that we
it's
have.
it's the total dots in each
Yeah,
section.
Oh.
guys, pick up, by the way.
It's
Mhm.
cumulative, yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know.
At least for the idea of healing and resistance rolls.
Okay.
One last action. What we doing? You don't have a clock right now?
In terms of projects that I got going on, what projects do I got going on?
You currently have none.
None.
Your
think
last
8.
project was get job, and you have both gotten the job and simultaneously lost it.
Oh yeah, we have technically acquired a new job. We are now criminals.
I would like to obtain a fake identity.
Okay, we could definitely try. Do you want to start a long-term action, or do you want to just do one roll to procure an okay-ish one?
I want to get a solid, rock solid fake identity going on.
All right, so start a downtime action. I'm gonna call this. Let's call this 8 pieces.
8 pieces, and what am I rolling?
Whatever you can convince me.
Pretty sure it'd be a sway, right? Because you're
Sway,
deceived.
consort, if you want to like have connections.
You can
I don't have
command people
connections.
to
I'm
make
gonna
you a fake identity.
I don't have connections, so I'm gonna sway. I'm going to I'll say I probably have heard of some places while in prison, so I'm gonna go
You were,
and
yeah,
talk
correct.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go around and talk the talk with with places I've heard of.
All right.
So sway.
Yeah, go ahead and do sway. Normal, risky, standard.
Risky standard. I don't know if that went through. That didn't go through. Dang it.
I think it did.
Oh.
I heard a ping.
3, 4, 4. So 4.
All right, that's gonna be two slices.
Way to add a clock to my
Yes.
digital sheet here.
Yes, there is.
No. Sins will have it.
Yeah, I also have it on.
There
both
is a
paper
way to
and
add
the
clocks.
the form. There is a way though. Yeah.
Right above the
It's like at
note
the bottom.
section,
Oh, clocks.
it says
Yeah.
clock.
I see it.
Mhm.
Thank you. Found it. Obtain fake ID as opposed to a real ID.
All right.
And you said how many? 2?
Two sections now out of 8.
2 out of 8.
Cool. Let's go.
All
I'm
right.
done.
Ix or Eunice, who's up first?
Sorry, I'm like knocking shit over here.
I was gonna say you can go ahead.
All right, Luna.
Yeah, I
Fuck,
have a
I'm also
question.
knocking shit over.
I don't have a question anymore. I will first reduce stress because I have a lot.
Yeah,
Finally,
the last like heist really did a number on us.
I usually didn't have this much.
How we looking?
I got a 2.
All right, so you take 2 stress off. You want to do that again?
That's a rough heal. I didn't heal any better, so.
Oh, the infliction is weird. Damn.
Yeah. Hey, you have 2 more
No.
actions. You could reduce stress again. You could just relax the whole
I know.
way.
It's just like I had 3 actions and then I rolled 2. Yeah, I'll use another one.
You can't have that stress. Not now.
Excuse me.
I think it's a little bit more important than the other things I wanted to do. Okay, I got a 4 that time. That was almost bad.
Hey, 6 total. Not horrible.
Yay!
And
Yay.
last action, what are we looking at?
I'm actually gonna spot the project that I have.
Hmm?
The project that I have, the clock.
Ah,
I mean,
yes.
I only have one now.
The engineering one.
Yes.
The project.
Yeah. Capital
The
T,
project.
capital P.
Yeah, give me that roll.
Yeah,
Right.
Tinker.
Right now, you are 3 out of 12 because you have refused to touch it.
Yeah. I got a 6.
Okay, that's adding another 3. You did a fourth of the work, just not a fourth. A quarter. That's the word. I know words. You got a quarter of the
Yeah.
work done, just like that.
I mean, it's the same
Big word,
thing.
me English.
Yeah, I think a fourth
Those are
is
the
still
spells mean the same thing.
Well, I assume fourth as in like,
You got another fourth of it done.
yeah. Oh wait, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess like 1/4.
They literally mean the same thing.
It's 1/4. It's the same thing.
Fourth,
okay.
fourth, saying it hurts. Like I don't know how to explain it. I don't like that word.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
no, I get it. I get it. I got a few words
You know what I
like
mean?
that too.
Yeah. Where it's like, and then just something about it.
So you would rather speak in
Quarter.
what is it called?
Quarter with a K.
The American metric system, right? Because that's what we do for gallons. We split it into quarters.
It's quarters. It's not.
Honestly, I have no idea what in
It's
reference
not
to what
quarters.
you're talking about.
He's talking about
Moving on.
measuring liquids, and he's saying it's a quarter and it's not a quarter.
It's a quart.
Oh,
difference.
a
Just
quart.
2 letters off.
I know. I'm Canadian, so I measure things properly. Yeah.
Okay. You have to say
Yeah.
it like that.
I've heard how some Canadians
Literally
measure, and it
everyone
is
else
fucking
does
wild.
it that way.
Oh no, the thing is,
Yeah.
when we do a system, we do it fully. However, we choose when to use it. Like,
I mean,
so
Uh,
we kind of switch, like for height and weight, we use imperial, but for distance and sometimes weight and like cooking, then we use metric.
yeah.
It's like we only use
makes sense.
imperial when it comes to person, and then everything else is metric. Like we
Alright,
have gas
moving
and liters
on.
instead of gallons.
Moving on.
Yeah. Ix, fellow Canadian, it is your
Yo.
turn.
It, I'ma just rest up.
Yeah,
I don't have many plans.
you do have
The
a
last time I
clock still.
Oh, it disappeared. Or no, you fill it out on your end, right?
Yeah, I have the copy.
That's
So you have recover memories as an open project.
yeah, but the
We
last
want our
time I
memories?
did that, I took stress.
Yeah. Hey, do you?
It's kind of like that's
mean,
a stressful activity.
You have 3, right? So you can heal, recover memory, get some stress, and then heal again.
I have 5.
So
You
you
can
can
take
recover
stress
some
off and then
memory.
immediately take
I
it
mean-
again if you want.
Yeah.
How many downtime actions again?
3.
3.
Oh, then yeah. I'll
I've,
rest
I've,
for 2.
I've literally done that before. I've just stressed myself out.
No, you stress
work
yourself
on the
out in a
clock
downtime
and then
action
heal
only to
myself.
reduce the stress right after.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask you. I was like, if this goes bad, do I like take stress? I'm like almost gonna get a trauma.
Only if you got like multiple ones, Eunice. Like,
I understand. Okay, I understand.
what we thinking? Are
So-
we delving into our mind?
I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna take 2 actions to just de-stress.
Okay, so let's see
then
the
I'll stress
first
myself
one
out again.
first.
Yeah, go stagger. Heal, memory, heal is probably what you're gonna want to do.
Why?
Overindulgence.
Yeah, overindulgence.
Oh, fair. Okay, yeah, I'll do that then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll rest. How do I roll for rest?
Indulge vice.
Mhm.
It should be on the sheet itself.
Big box.
It's like right next to your stress bar.
How do we determine what shit we
there
need
it
to
is.
roll for the vice?
So the
No
vice
bonus.
is. Oh, so you have your 3
3.
attributes.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever.
Is it the same as healing?
No, healing's just 1 flat. Vice is the attribute with the least amount of dots.
Ah, okay.
What did we get
Thank
there?
you.
3. All right,
Takes
so you're
us
down to 2
to
stress.
2.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect
Then
time
I
to
meditate.
recover some memory.
All right, give me whatever role you would choose to recover your memories. So does Gregor just sit in a room and think real hard, or is it kind of like you're doing an action to try and awaken something of yourself?
I feel like at this point, he's tried to like think back a lot of the time. I feel like because Gregor's always had these pendants, right? And I've kind of forgotten that he's had them.
Mm-hmm. I think
feel like
he's
if it-
forgotten them, kind of. They're just on him so long.
It's literally just part of him. So, I feel like he would kind of like some sort of reaction to it after thinking about. Have we actually talked, Ben?
Not since you
Let's-
freaked out, I don't think.
We've
had-
avoided the topic.
We've had conversations, and Bren's tried to bring it up, but never really went
No.
into the details.
So Gregor would probably think back, kind of recall what we have talked about. What is on my thing? Hold on. Sorry, I dropped something and I didn't realize I dropped it. He would think back to that, kind of study this, and I feel like he'd almost go into like a meditation sort of thing, like try
What-
and just
what-
calm down and think.
Yeah, what role are we thinking for that? I would argue a tune, but I don't think you have any points in a tune.
0! What you'd think? But I
Even
don't
better.
think that I am a strong one-armed man, so I just want
I don't
to
need
pick
ghost, I
things.
have arm. Singular.
Unfortunately, this is not a meditation RPG.
Yeah. It's definitely... Part of me wants to survey. Because I'm surveying my mind, trying
That's
to...
a stretch, but I'll take it.
Yes!
study your mind.
No, survey my mind.
Survey,
I
because
only
he's
have
shit at
five.
study.
I'm shit at everything but survey and skirmish. We are. I'm gonna take it as risky, right?
Yeah, risky standard.
Okay. No photos. 6 and a 3.
Was that at a disadvantage, or is that with 2 dots?
That's with 2 dots.
So we're getting a 6. We are completing that
Drama!
clock.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna give Ix the choice here. Do you want me to give it to you now, or do we want to resolve downtime and then as soon as we get into the real meat of the game, then tell you what Gregor remembers?
Whatever you think would fit best here.
Okay, I'm gonna
The
wait.
drama. The drama.
I'm gonna wait. I am also, for the fuck of it, just to scare you a bit. Where's my D4? Alright. Anything for the last action?
What happens if I overindulge again?
There will be a
You
consequence.
can't use that.
So, not necessarily. There's a couple different things.
There's consequences.
Now that
basically.
there is a criminal gang to catch, there's a possibility of being imprisoned. There's a possibility of raising your heat or wanted level if you overindulge.
Just by my home and relaxing?
Mechanics do not work with story all the time.
Maybe start on a project or something.
Because you have cleared the one now.
I did want to ask. This is one of the answers I wanted to use before I read it. Too. How do you how would you reduce heat?
So reducing heat is also a downtime action. So you could use one of your actions to reduce our heat if you want.
And how's our heat?
Our heat,
high enough for us to have a bounty.
Your heat is
Great.
1 away from the first wanted level.
What is our bounty?
I'm
Currently
gonna
none.
$10.
You don't have a bounty, but you are on the blue coat watch list.
So we can't turn ourselves in for money. Drat.
No.
But no, you, if I recall, are at, I want to say 7 out of 8 heat.
Oh.
And it's just like stress and trauma, where if you get to the max, it turns into wanted level.
I had it written down as
Can we
4.
reduce heat in any
Alright.
way?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
a downtime
it
action.
has a downtime action.
Gosh, I wish I had known that.
would I be able to reduce heat and somehow get myself a prosthetic arm at the same time, or is that 2 separate things?
Yeah, I'm gonna say those 2 separate things.
Okay.
What, we can't reduce
I mean,
heat by disguising ourselves at
You
all?
have some associates that could probably make you a
Yeah, you have an engineer.
We could probably
Like-
help with
I
that.
forgot. I forgot. Look, look, my character sheet matches me. I forgot.
Yeah, you do
Dude,
just
we're gonna
have
have-
that on your sheet just for gore.
Soon we're gonna have moments where once you get your prosthetic arm, presumably non-functioning, your non-functioning prosthetic arm is gonna be moving. Because you
Oh,
forgot
well-
that you don't have to.
No, yeah. So we are at 1 heat away from wanted level.
I'm gonna reduce that heat.
Cool.
I'll take that action.
Do you roll off the heat tab?
Is there a way to
roll off
overindulge on heat
wanted?
reducing?
So let me double
Yeah,
check.
What dice do we need to roll?
It is a dice roll.
We're just so close with the blue coats now, it doesn't even matter.
We're the Avengers. Alright. Oh, did we ever decide on a crew name?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, did
We
we
can do
actually
that
say
later.
Avengers?
Press
Sorry.
So-
Did we actually
No.
say Avengers?
Reducing heat. Da-da-da-da.
Avengers TM for trademarked.
So, I don't think that'll work.
So reduce heat is whatever action roll you would like to choose. So any skill you want. And depending on that roll, we will have an outcome. I will say
So
you.
did we not?
There's
So
no possibility of
tinker our
getting
heat down.
extra heat.
Mm.
So
So
it's
since I would be able to tinker our heat down.
if you can argue super well for it, yeah.
Give me some homework.
Like for example, the two examples in the book are consort to talk to a blue coat friend or command to frighten people into not snitching.
Make a giant
What
fuck off
Wait.
billboard.
Wait, so do we not have a? We don't have the crew ability or whatever.
We have crew
Oh, we
ability.
have
Yeah,
the
we do
Avengers.
have crew
No,
abilities,
we need
but
a name.
That's what I was asking. Mario was like, no,
Oh,
we
sorry.
No, we don't have a name. And
don't. I was
Eunice.
asking, do we have Avengers? Because
We
I
do have
did
Avengers.
not
Yes.
update that.
We do have Avengers, which is why I kind of wanted to name our group Adventures TM for trademark. But Eunice, I had an idea, and it was inspired by Gregor. How do you feel about making the Men in Black memory wipe device?
that's
That's a
oh,
question. That's a question.
that is a question.
I
I think
feel
that's like a 30
feel like-
section clock.
I also feel like that's very attune sided and not like like I could make a pin like but I can't make it function probably.
Okay, what are we thinking, Gregor?
I was like, am I a mod in your chat? I am not.
Oh, we could also, if you want, what is the thing? It is.
We lost the face of our group. Do we have someone else that has enough points in that section to be the face of our group now?
Ben
What
or
section?
me?
In what section?
I think Ben was like I want to do it or something like that.
The
Ben was like saying
resolve,
that he
yeah.
was going to.
Like command, consort, or sway.
Oh yes, I've got 5 total points in resolve,
Yeah, we got people.
and I've got 3 points in sway. And
Oh.
as soon as I get more into that, I'm putting that last point into sway.
We can train also if we want.
Training takes a lot though.
Mhm.
Yeah, training is a while.
Training takes a lot. Just
I've
acquiring
almost
a.
done it twice.
Yeah, but I have projects to work on. I don't have
Didn't you
time
do
to
that?
train.
Wasn't that like the only thing you were doing for like 8 sessions?
We could
Yeah,
also just.
because I needed a tune.
We could also
We just
acquire
need
an
to have-
asset if you want to pick up a any sort of specialized material or good.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be it.
Like a prosthetic arm.
Okay. When did we get,
I guess
when
I'm
did
gonna
engineers
command
learn
to
how
try
make
and
a
get the heat
functioning
down.
arm?
Okay, yeah. Give me that roll.
It's very risky because I don't have anything but 1 in there.
Yeah,
So
look,
Better than
it cannot get worse.
it's a 5.
Nice. All right, so we are moving that heat down too. Describe to me how you use command to get this heat down.
I feel like I would talk to one of our connections. I can't remember names for the life of me, so I'm really sorry. I want to say
Mhm.
maybe Legs? And just be like, look, get this heat off of us however you can, so we can do more shit for you.
Yeah, he knows the guy. Legs is the character who knows the guy who knows the guy and is the guy somebody knows. You know what I mean?
He's our Saul.
Cool, so now we're down to 5?
I believe so.
Heat?
Yes.
Okay. I will take that. I don't want that.
What's our max heat?
Our max heat is, I
8.
believe, 8 or 9.
It's 8.
Okay.
It's like the stress bar.
Okay.
Eliel, it is now your turn.
So I'm gonna use one of my turns to finish training up that resolve.
Of course, of course.
Mm-hmm. And put that point into consort. So now I
Lovely.
have 3 in there. Uh-huh.
You
I'm
have
gonna use my
assumed
next-
the face.
I am going to use my next one to reduce my fucking stress.
Go ahead. Oh, you spending the time with your girlfriend?
Yeah. Okay, and then I got one more point, or one more turn, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna use consort to speak to my friends in publishing industry to try and limit their coverage of us.
Okay. Yeah, give me that roll. So I'm going to effectively call this reduce heat with a bunch of
Yes.
flavor aspects.
Yeah.
Give me that roll.
It's a 5 and 2 3s.
So that's going to be another 2. So overall, we're reducing our heat by 4. We're doing good.
Yep.
And then
Wait,
Tizal.
what are we at now?
We are now at 4 heat, or 3 heat from 7. So a significant improvement. Now,
Oh, my bad. It is 9 heat, and on the 10 feet we become wanted.
yes. So in that case, we are on 4, because we're at the one right before the last. I had brain. It's no longer there.
Yippee!
Yeah, the
Oh,
brain
yes,
left
so,
when Selma
with
left.
downtime actions done and dealt with.
Wait, oh no, Ace took the brain.
Oh no!
Honestly, yeah. That's,
Wait, guys, I think I might have it. It's
Yeah?
okay.
Okay.
I
Don't
hope
worry.
so.
Just because there's only one brain
We
cell,
can't
does
lose it. We only
regenerate
got
over
one.
time.
Okay,
It
so
regenerates over time. It'll be fine.
we're cool. Everyone stay calm.
Someone will spawn a new one at some point.
So, as we wrap up our downtime actions, we are all going to convene back at Cressida's apartment, our new lair. As we're doing our various tasks, healing up, reducing stress, what have you, Legs just walks in. He doesn't knock. He just kind of, as he kind of like swings the door open and like lets it carry him a bit, like a very like a Mary Poppins-esque entry, and closes the door behind him. Well, I see we're making not news exactly yet. I wouldn't call it progress because I don't know the goal.
Headway.
We're making
We're
waves.
doing our
That's
job.
it. What a metaphor. No, oh, I was here for a reason. Cressida's not in it, is she?
No.
Fuck.
No.
She went out for some business.
Oh, you no, this is better. This is better. You guys can do more crimes. I mean, like,
Alright.
relatively to Cressida, you guys are more crimey. Just on average.
Yeah, I
Now
guess.
that 3 out of the 5 of us present here are
Or criminals, yes. You have been
We're
arrested.
literally
Convicts,
ex-cons.
yes.
but I try to hold myself up to a higher degree than that, and also most of us are licking wounds right now. I don't
Tell that to a
think
judge.
any of us.
Now, what I'm saying,
Most?
What I'm saying is, we have no intention of flaking you or anything right now.
no,
But
I
we're
don't
gonna
assume,
need a
I
little
don't
bit of
assume.
time.
I was gonna throw you bones. Or a bone. Maybe multiple. Depends.
What do you want,
Right.
Legs?
No, I do, okay, I do want something. Okay, yeah, I'm here for something. Of course I am. First, I help you. And then that can come later.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to find Cressida because he pulls his sleeve up and you see all of you were there and present for when Cressida put the ghost contract onto Legs. There is no longer that tattoo, as he has been released from a contract.
Some family business came up, and think she's currently dealing with that.
No,
right
that's okay. That's
now.
okay. That's fine. You guys are no longer, um, I don't want to say physically
Ethereally bound?
contracted. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't have to do jobs for me. That's. I would like you to do jobs for me. Don't get me wrong.
So long as you keep helping us, we'll keep working with you.
Of course, which comes to my first point. We have some crimey people here, as you are all aware from short running story, but story nonetheless. I can give you a contact of one of my guys. He's how you say a forger. Documents, documents. He does a mean painting. Like one time I had this crew switch out an auction house painting. Oh, it was one of the
Back
best.
on track.
What was the painting?
Oh,
Back
it
on
was
track.
River on Midnight Day. Yeah, it was
Out of character, would Ben be familiar with that?
it is
at
a
all?
very like postmodern equivalent. So no.
Dang it.
I have a question.
Yes.
As someone who did not see or hear this, what does the legs look like?
Oh yeah. So for reference, legs is very like hair greased back and very short. It's so greased in one direction that you see kind of like almost like a fin at the end as it's kind of shaved on the back of his head and it's all on the top. It's all slicked back. He has a very heavy like zip up hoodie plus a full trench coat. Like he is as covered as possible. Unlike Gregor, all limbs. Because I do remember explicitly Gregor being like, well, if they call him legs, is he missing a leg? No, he has both his legs fully intact. He is kind of like more Mediterranean kind of face, like longish nose that's kind of cracked in a couple directions that kind of make its way back to straight. Just in general, the greasiest man you could imagine.
Gotcha.
But yes, I have this contact, and he could set you up anything you want, write things, paint things, whatever. He can make for you or recreate for you. The point is, he's good. Especially if you want to continue being crimey, it helps. I don't have an immediate job.
No. Luna, no.
Don't have an immediate job in return, I will admit. But I will have one soon.
I'm right.
All right.
So how we think?
I'll take you up on that.
Okay. In that case, do you have paper? Mine is soaked.
Yeah, I have some.
And you can see he just kind of pats a chest pocket that is only that pocket is wet. Yeah,
And I'm going to
Odd.
go get some paper
mm-hmm.
because I do not have it on my person.
Ben takes a piece of paper out of his jacket.
Yes, and he writes down Anthony Duranich. You have not heard either name before yet.
Really?
And then he writes an address. It's not his house, of course. I'm not doxing the man. Don't worry. This is place of business, but not place of business.
What does doxing mean?
Well, when you release documents.
Reveal an address.
Reveal information more than
Much
anything.
anything about someone.
How do you spell this word? I've never heard it before.
Doesn't matter.
It's mainly
Moving
just
on.
colloquialism.
DOX. I'm 90% sure it's DOX.
I believe it's double X sometimes. In like the
Doesn't
past
matter.
tense.
Let's get to work.
Yes, well, there's him. That's all the news I have personally. Oh, a Lyle. I've ran into chipper young fellow on the way here. Gave me this. And he just kind of holds out a vague scrap of paper towards you, and then looks you in the lack of eyes. Would you like me to read it out? He reads back. Wardens investigating a block over. Do not move, with multiple exclamation marks.
All right.
And with that, Legs is like, okay, if you need anything, you know where to find me.
Brown or ginger hair?
Oh, that was I believe the ginger.
God damn it! Of course it was him.
Okay,
All right. Thank you very kindly.
I have other business to attend. Also, I neglected to say, now that you are no longer contracted as my I'm going to use the rough word employee. You can now buy from me. If you ever need anything really, come in. You can ask me for a thing. 2 to 3 week, I get you thing.
All right.
Like.
So is it safe to say that we can add legs to our friends
Uh,
list?
If you haven't already, absolutely.
How do we do that?
So you
Up check
just
or down check?
Up.
check.
Fly friends.
Down.
Yeah.
Strange friends.
So I'm pretty sure his AKA is legs, right?
His AKA is Legs. You guys did learn his name also, or at least part of
really?
it.
No clue.
We did. Learn his
I
name.
am putting question mark, AKA legs, because I do not remember.
You
his name.
learned it was Salvatore.
Oh, that's right.
Salvatore Legs.
Salvatore.
Is that a first name or a
AKA
last name?
It's a first name. It's an Italian first name.
How do we add friends on here?
You
So
simply
like on
type
the
their name.
right,
Yep.
under
it's like
clever friend,
under.
hit the plus.
Yeah.
Strange friends.
Oh,
It's
speaking of
all
which,
different for each of the playbooks. The actual name
yeah.
of the friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Blank friends.
Yeah.
Enter
Fly
word here,
friends.
friends. There's a box. It's under
Yeah,
your.
it's like where the
Under
rest of
your
the friends
skills.
are. Yeah, it's under
Speaking
the
of
skills on
which,
the right.
I could add him
I
in
need
later.
to add this girl.
Here we are.
So wait, Ben, you
Does he
asked
agree?
such as. Right, Ben, you asked what kind of things he could procure for you.
Yes, that's something Ben did ask.
Well, Well, you know how I contracted you guys to get that spirit amulet and then also to destroy court documents, like that kind of range.
So we buy services from you to move around information and or items.
What people? You cannot get anything from me in particular. I am simply middleman.
Broker.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for the offer, but I think we're good for now.
Absolutely. And he leaves.
As soon as Legs leaves, Ben's gonna say two things. First of all, we are never dealing with the trade of people. That is a hard line for me. I hope it's a hard line for you guys as well.
He's not talking about the trade of people.
I don't think that's what he means.
He probably does mean that too, guys. Come on.
Everyone
People in this
gives
city
me,
get
I
traded
mean-
all the time.
everyone give me the equivalent of an insight check if you want.
What?
Okay.
Uh,
Sir.
That would be a 4.
Survey.
That's what I rolled.
Four.
I'll go for a study though, because I'm applying my knowledge of the situation.
Yeah, 3.
I choose to believe he wouldn't.
3. Shit.
That's a 5.
So, I'm gonna go to cold first. So I'll start with that 5. You're fairly certain he didn't necessarily mean that. He meant more assassinations. He meant more like if somebody needs to say night night, he could arrange that.
Okay.
It's not as bad. Ben's assuming human trafficking, though.
Yeah. So
I am.
That's not as bad.
Alistar is also assuming human trafficking.
yeah, it was the whole thing of the movement of people, as in smuggling things and people around.
Yeah,
You
that's
are-
what I assume.
You were unsure if you're pretty sure, at least Alistar, from what you know, you're like, no, he's probably doing it on purpose because he is contracted by those people to move them somewhere. It is less like a,
Alright.
oh, take those people, and more like, yeah, we want to be somewhere else.
Okay. Better. He doesn't have to die.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. And then y'all were like, no.
Here, listen,
Alright.
Second of all,
human smuggling does
Alistar,
happen here.
Alistar, I do not know your level of interest in selling your drugs, but it's possible he knows a guy who could be a front in terms of selling.
I'll think about it. Depends on
Jesse
if I want to
Pinkman of sorts.
expand this part of the life.
Gregor. At this point, after Legs leaves, you are hit with a memory. As he goes, not necessarily related to anything. I will say, this is like a completely side-noted memory. As you were once again thinking to those pendants. And you get flashes. Not even flashes. You get a full, like 15-minute consecutive sequence. Or not minute, sorry, second. That's a lie.
Okay. I was gonna say, am I just zooted?
No.
All of this happened?
You were not zonked for 15 minutes now. As you get a like a clipping essentially of a very large creature, one that you would not know how to describe now. Large armored jaws, kind of forming this sleek, almost bullet-like shape. Large legs, almost like frog built. Also likewise armored. And you remember the same figures you saw from the other vision of that horned robed lady, the smaller green one, and the one. Actually, no, they weren't there. And you notice the absence of the one that looked similar to Ben but older and female. And you have a vision of you beating the absolute shit out of this creature.
Older?
Sorry?
Older?
Yeah.
Not older, sorry, I mean taller.
Taller?
I would say taller.
Vana is 5'8".
And Ben is like 5'6". No, he's 6'2", you said. I forgot. I forgot Vana was that short.
Half the party was Goliaths.
Oh,
Yeah,
excuse me. I didn't know 5'8" was short.
This is also shorter.
that is perfectly average.
Height is relative.
But yes, you do recognize the absence of that figure. And right after you get another vision of you using you and the smaller green one taking a part of this thing's tongue and making these pendants out of it.
In campaign 1.
Y'all did fucking what?
What you get from this is that whoever this person you were with was, you guys had a strong connection.
Okie
You are not going to take stress for this.
Okay.
Do with that information what you will. So. How does Gregor react to that, first of all? It is roughly like a good near minute of memory, but it does not take place over a minute. Like, you actually recall it in like 3 seconds. It is a very, like, something clicks.
Yeah. I don't know how he would react. I think he would just kind of not stare off, but like stare at the pendants for a bit and just be pensive about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can think of right now.
All right. So, we have the portion of a lead, or at least less of a lead and more of a hot tip. Are we following that through, or are we doing anything else that we're planning for?
Everyone, I think it is now, since we have all recuperated a bit, I think it's now a good time to actually have a earnest discussion where emotions aren't running wild and none of us are drugged.
I can change that.
No, you won't.
I said I can. Sometimes being
I
drugged
think we know that.
release more emotion as well. You
Are
would
you
be
gonna participate?
surprised.
Are you gonna participate?
If we're all doing it in a safe environment, why not?
Peer pressure, peer pressure,
Also,
peer pressure.
Side note, please, if you're at home, always have at least one sober person who knows what's going on in case the ambulance needs to happen.
Or don't do drugs.
We do not endorse.
We do not endorse
Listen to
We do
Mr. Ronald
not-
Reagan. Don't do drugs.
We do not endorse heavy drug use.
Ronald
He,
Reagan also
we-
sucks, though.
he
so,
was-
like,
oh no, he was a terrible man.
no, he was a very shitty person.
And the Don't Do Drugs campaign was worse. As it was nothing, basically.
I'm
Moving
so
on.
confused what just
Okay.
happened.
So
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Alright, so, what do you want to talk about, Ben?
In general, I had brought it up last time, but we had never come to a concise decision. Partially because I suddenly had a knackering for soup. Maybe more than partially. Anyhow, oh yeah, just on a side note, my jaw's been clicking. Like I'm just gonna assume that's never gonna go away. So that's awesome.
Probably not, no.
Right.
unfortunately,
So I
And
brought
break
it
it
up
again
last.
to see if that fixes it.
I had brought it up last time. We have 2 clear choices in front of us. If we wish to continue, regular mercenaries, always working underneath another person, basically, or we could try and work ourselves up to being some sort of criminal entity. Have an established plot in this city. We would not be the
What
only
about
ones. of course.
vigilantes?
feel like vigilantism would come with the cost of being directly in the pursuits against the blue bloc, and that's just not something I am confident in dealing with at our current time.
It's not so much being against the blues as it
It's
is
more dealing with shit that they want.
taking the laws into our own hands,
I mean, I, I'm
which could also involve taking out blues.
I say not until let's not deal with gaining direct ire of the blues by killing them until we're a bit bigger. But I will say vigilantism and being mercenary slash an entity of sorts do not
Contractors.
no, an entity like a criminal entity, like a business, illegal business. They don't necessarily have to com- uh, necessarily have to be at odds with each other. We can be a criminal entity and also do vigilantism. Like that could be part of why we're a criminal entity. Really
Hmm.
speaking, of,
Technically, I'm already a criminal organization, so it's up to you guys what you want to do with this.
I will say for me personally, I have a lot to gain in terms of of starting a business. I could stand to be a bit more in public eye, not in face, but in name at least. I mean, not as my own name, as a corporation of sorts.
Mhm.
I had mentioned this before, but I I come from a noble family. I was not in line to be the next leader of that noble family, but I still have the wherewithal and had plans for when my parents had passed to take over in parts of their business. So I have perhaps out of date, but still knowledge on how to work and run business.
All right. So, what do you propose we do?
If majority vote comes down to it, I am fine with us being a mercenary group, but I would like us to try to establish ourselves as an as an illegal entity. I don't I don't like the term criminal
Oh,
empire,
I
but yes,
mean,
a criminal empire, along the lines of the other such within this city.
well, as long as we are a criminal empire with a clean face, we can run both aspects.
Absolutely. But
'Cause we have a couple of people in the group that have never been convicts and don't, that I know of, don't have any criminal background.
my end
Yeah.
goal here, I will not
So,
lie, my end goal here is to get into politics. This city was once near and very dear to me. I do intend on either burning it to the ground or wiping the slate clean and remaking it in an image that I am more used to.
so
I'm gonna be honest. I am not there yet. Um, I'm a little bit out of my element here. Just so you're talking about getting, growing, and all that stuff. I'm not necessarily there yet, but I also
You,
don't
well,
want to just sit here and not
Let's
do
focus
anything.
on the current
yeah, with the
thing.
current, if our goal is become an empire, that's a long process. We're not just gonna go out there, kick on
What
whoever's
do we
weaker
want
than
to
us,
do
and
next week?
next week.
Or today? Or
This is
tomorrow?
easier for me to yes, this is easier for me to
My
understand.
my short-term goal leading into the long-term is to get into contact with legal corporations within the city and become a paper pusher of sorts. someone who can
We
fudge numbers.
still don't know what happened to.
I think where I'm at right now is figuring out what's going on with Vincent,
Yeah,
and like that's it.
yeah.
Absolutely, but with the progress we made, I think it's obvious at this point now that the answer to Vincent Cross requires us getting our hands into many other places. He is one of the things at the forefront of my mind, rest assured. But with the amount of things that we got ourselves into just to get the money, the answers to the other answers to Vincent are like to be within that realm of convoluted and complicated means of acquiring.
Mm.
I'm not against. I'm actually for. Like, definitely, Vincent Cross is, in my opinion, our goal that we should all be working towards right now.
So
However, we
that-
cannot kid ourselves. Edzins.
That brings into the question again, what about tomorrow?
Yes. That does. What about
What is our
tomorrow?
plan
I
for
wanted
tomorrow?
to ask
I know what I
about the whatever light scales, the address, the name and address. That what was that for? Was that just
It's a forger. He can make documents and stuff for us.
okay? Yeah.
that does actually something we might have use for. Something I did over the last couple of days is get started in the lookabouts of procuring myself a legal identity. I'm gonna be honest. I am not a legal a legal citizen right now. Any and all documents of my identity are about 300 years in the past. So,
I need to go check on something, and since I'm going to step out of the room for a minute or two. Okay.
I gotta think about it. Eunice, when we met you, you had a job. What happened to your job?
Um, I assume nothing happened to it. Vince never told me anything happened to it, and nothing has ever
I
been.
mean, you and your face
I
were
mean,
not
I don't.
put
Yeah.
onto paper. So, unless you actively somehow lead on that you are a criminal in any way, you do keep that.
Yeah, I assumed like it wasn't like I was stopped going to work or something. I assumed that was more like freelance in
Yeah.
that way. Yeah.
Okay, you were
So, like, nothing-
freelancer. Okay.
So you're
okay.
still running
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
your workshop that you're renting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, wait, I know when we met Eunice, she was going to work.
Yeah.
Did we
Yeah.
make her lose her job?
Just not
Seems
even
to be
because
doing
of the
alright.
crime stuff, just for making her late.
Just
Wait,
So-
just
you know, we haven't let you go to work in a couple of weeks. Do you still have a job?
so to bring that back up, as of right now, I did have a part-time job. However, my name, not my name, details about me was put into that, so I am a bit concerned about going back to that. Which leads on to what I think we could do tomorrow, as we are concerned about. I think an immediate priority for us is to potentially procure disguises of sort. Both for when we're on the job and when we're not, when we're just out and about. Because if mine is a face that that could get recognized when I am simply going about the day, then I need to do something about that, and that's something that you guys also should think about as well. So my tomorrow goal for the next upcoming week is to make sure that when I'm off the job, I have an appearance that won't get me flagged as the criminal Ben Hotzfeather. Actually, I don't think they would have my last name. The criminal Ben. Bendo. And when I'm on the job, they don't immediately connect the job to us through our faces, because that will just put more heat on us. So,
Yeah.
on-job disguises and off-job disguises is what I'm saying. That is something I feel like we could get sorted out real quick, and that's something I think we should have as a priority before doing anything else.
Mm-hmm. Now on to the thing I was doing.
Mm-hmm. So you stepped out.
Yeah, since I'm gonna summon a ghost.
Cool. What are we doing here?
Samson, I need your help for a minute.
With my attune, do I feel a disturbance in the force?
It sounds like. So sorry. That's a 6.
I got a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Okay, fine. So you got that 6. It's a good question.
Because I do have 2 attune, so I'm just genuinely
Yeah,
wondering.
you could roll as well if you want to find out.
That's a 5, so you tell me, do I feel
So
a
yeah,
disturbance?
so
in the
because
force?
Mariana got a 6, I'm gonna say they supersede you. So no, your spidey sense does not go off. What's Samson doing with you today?
Alright. So, I got some information that there might be some bluebirds down the street. I'm gonna need you to check in on them and see what the hell they're doing. Make sure you don't get seen, please.
So I am going to request
Mhm.
a simpler sentence for a ghost.
Check in on the blue blocks and blue coats and return and tell me.
Cool. And he is going to just kind of disapparate for a little bit, as you have sent him on his way.
Alright, so what did we decide on doing?
Probably covers, sizes, something like that. Working on
Alright.
to the near future. Um,
I suggest we at least figure out how to be a bit more stealthy in our approaches to what jobs we may or may not take in future.
that also helps.
A little bit, yeah. So,
Oh, wait.
would you like a Marco tip? Or a Zin's tip, rather?
Sure.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to put that
There
on
is
my-
going to be a significant correlation between how well you can stealth and how much knowledge you have and how much planning before a heist you have. So, heavily suggesting doing either more recon, doing a mission even before as a prep. You could always just send one person in to see what it's like. There's a lot of ways to get information. Even like a layout would do wonders for you.
We also need to find ways to more easily gather information about places that we're going to. There's a lot that we need to do, and we've been rather sloppy in previous jobs. So, disguises would be good.
Now this is a DM question. Are we making them matching and or thematic?
No.
No.
I mean
Listen,
on the
not.
job.
I am going to wear all black. I'm going to have the black beanie, and I will have a black face mask. I'm going straight, just darkness.
I will get a balaclava.
Baklava?
That's the dessert.
I'm joking.
Balaclava. That's the headpiece. Baklava,
Wait.
also
Quote,
fun
unquote.
fact, also an Italian salted fish.
Isn't language fantastic?
Yeah.
Why
For
is
some
baklava
reason-
the word for Italian salted fish? And
It's just like a
A
cod,
dessert.
very,
Different
very salty.
languages.
It's like a brined, like, cod. Yeah, it's just fish.
Moving
I'm
on.
gonna have some baklava and baklava, sweet and salty all together.
Just because I thought it would be hilarious. Just imagine Alistar with a pompadour as part of his disguise. The haircut.
That is funny.
The
That's
haircut.
We disguise ourselves as delinquent schoolboys.
I'm gonna get a
That's so
face.
Oyster.
Of what year? When did people say
Yeah, I'm gonna get a
JoJo's.
mask. I'm gonna get a. I'm gonna get a mask with no eye holes and a cloak.
Which reminds me. Lyle,
Mm-hmm.
since I'm done with my unadictol,
Mm-hmm.
do you want me to make you a substance called Quicksilver that helps you attune better? It gives you when you take it, it gives you a plus D to attune.
Quicksilver is a metal, is it not? Wouldn't that just
It-
be poison?
Different substance.
It
Same
it
name, different substance.
There is definitely a harm
I
aspect to it, but I will try to get that harm aspect out of it while I'm making it.
I've heard of it. I don't necessarily need it.
Okay.
The things that I deal with are. I don't really need to attune to them. Let's just say that.
More punch them. So, we have general plans. Is there any last discussions we want to make before we end the session?
Okay, I think we're good.
Well, yeah. We just discussed what we're gonna do next session.
So, with that, before we fully end, we have a little cinematic before. As we're all around this table, talking about our next moves. We very briefly follow Samson. This ghost conjured by Alile, as it makes its way towards some bluecoats and wardens the block over. As we're following this ghost, we see it pass just through wall after wall after wall before making it to a warden, the first one. As they have this kind of large helmet. Wardens are the most, I'm going to say, archaic looking group in Lionsbrook, as they have essentially large metal helmets, very similar to, if you've seen Lord of the Rings, like kind of like a Nazgul helmet, where it goes up and then comes down in a sharp peak. Not smooth on the side, but it just kind of has one little crest over it. As you can see, not a lot of their face through this. As they are currently leaning over the corpse of a person, examining it briefly, and then kind of rubbing their fingers together, and the body alights. They kind of stand up, casually look at Samson, almost immediately spotting him, and just very, very casually grabbing the ghost by an arm, fully grabbing an ethereal creature. And then proceeds to fucking stomp on its skull as the equivalent of a ghost body is broken under the will of this warden.
Oh shit.
There is a moment of realization from Alile that the ghost they have summoned is no longer connected to them. And we are going to pan outwards as we see in a far off, very distant skyscraper, the news from the day before being plopped onto a desk. The newspaper with your mugshots. And with that, we are going to end our session. I'm going to give you some suspense.
Fuck you.
You're welcome.
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea who. Wait,
I
there's
wonder-
skyscrapers in Lionsbrook?
Oh, it's full like 1920s. Like there is large buildings.
Do I look like I've
Since
been to
is
the
it who I
1920s
think it
zoos?
is, or is it someone entirely
That
different?
depends.
Who do you think it is?
Yeah, who do you think it is?
I ain't gonna say shit.
Thank you.
Okay, well.
Oh, and since I've completely been forgetting that I'm an alchemist, so whenever I roll something, it should have a +1 to the result level, and I've just been completely forgetting.
Fuck,
to
man,
use
you
that.
should have been saying that. Anyways, bye guys, we're ending stream.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm